HTL.com. This is SM Duff here. Today we'll be looking at the Rosewill Blackhawk Ultra. This is a Super Tower, Newegg's in-house brand. Starting with the front bezel, it is a completely perforated mesh, top to bottom. It comes with 240mm red LED fans down in this section here. There are four 5¼ inch drive bays, one of which has a 3.5 inch pop out for your card reader, floppy drive if you still use them. Taking a look behind the bezel, it is completely covered in dust filters in all the drive bays, right down to where the intake fans are. You can see that the first bay is open, and these little brackets can be popped out, so you can slide in up to 4 optical drive bays or your floppy drives. Fans are easily removed and replaced just by removing the 4 screws in each corner. Not a whole lot going on the front bezel here, so we'll move on to the side and take a look from there. Taking a look at the side of the Blackhawk Ultra, we have a completely mesh ventilated section here. There's no window. It comes with a 230mm red LED fan in the bottom corner here, which can be moved around to any position you like. It can also hold up to 9 120mm fans across the entire mesh. And if we open it up by removing the thumb screws, take a look at the inside. As you can see, there's our 230mm fan. There is no intake dust filter for the side panel. Looking at the inside, we have a toolless feature for the optical drives. Just slide the switch to the side, flip it up, slide your optical drive bay in, lock it, and you're good to go there. You have 10 hard disk drive bays here. It holds 3.5 inch and 2.5 inch drives. You just put for your 3.5 inch, you mount on the outside corners. For your 2.5 inch, you mount on the inside. Plenty of storage. As I already mentioned, you have the 240mm red LED fans in the front, and then on the other side of the hard drive cage we have another 240mm fans. So Rosewill has created a push-pull system to increase the airflow across your hard drives and to increase airflow inside the cavity of the case itself. There is a giant retention bracket cut out here for your air coolers, so if you want to swap out your air cooler and you have to switch the back plate on the back of the motherboard here, you don't have to remove the board to do so. There are 12 grommeted areas here for cable management, which is fantastic. This chassis fits from your standard ATX up to HPTX for the SR2. Lots of room to work with, which is fantastic. At the back of the case here we have 140mm exhaust fan, 10 PCI slots. Up top we have 2 230mm fans. Taking a look at the wires, we have a 20-pin USB 3.0 port cable for your motherboard. Your typical power, reset switches, hard disk drive activity lights, internal SATA, HD audio AC97 wire, a 4-pin Molex, 2 USB 2.0 cables. Taking a look up here, Rosewill has stuck in a little board to hook up all your 3-pin fans. You just plug in a 4-pin Molex and you can power up to 6 fans off of this one header, and there's another one down here. You can power up to another 6 fans off of this one here, so you can hook up a total of 12 fans off of these two headers. Absolutely fantastic cooling possibilities with this chassis. Rosewill has done a fantastic job so far, just at the outset. Looking at the rear of the chassis, we can see that there is a plate here which can be removed, so you can mount your PSU at the top or down at the bottom here. Or if you so choose or need to, you can actually install two power supplies into this case. Fantastic option. You have a few grommeted holes here for a water cooling loop, I/O panel, on the right hand side of the chassis we have a little perforated cutout here for a 120mm fan to exhaust, well, to intake cool air on the back of your motherboard or exhaust the hot air off the back of the motherboard, depending on how you want to set it up. If we want to take this cover off, just take out the screws, very easily slide it off. Looking at the back here after we take off the side panel, if you measure from the back of the motherboard tray to where the panel sits on the outside, we have about 3 centimeters or an inch of space here, so there should be plenty of room to bring your cables through from your PSU, top or bottom mounted, and you should be able to get this side cover back on without any issues at all. Very well designed case, lots of holes to bring your cables up and around. You shouldn't have any problems wiring this up. Taking a look at the top of the chassis here, it is completely perforated just like the front. There is a dust filter underneath here as well, which is actually, you know, fabulous to see. But taking a look at the front I/O panel for your case, we have 2 USB 3.0 ports, 4 USB 2.0 ports, headphone mic jacks, reset, and power switch. The nice thing about this case here is it also comes with a hot swappable docking station up top here. It'll fit your 3.5-inch drives and your 2.5-inch drives. Rosewill's done a fantastic job. As I've already said here, it has all the options. If you so choose, you can take out the 230mm fans up top here and replace it with 320mm fans, so you could possibly fit a radiator up here if you're into water cooling.